Good morning, everybody. We are outside here playing mechanic on the Volkswagen. We've already pulled out the rear main seal. This is the new one I have to put in. And this will go onto our clutch. Well, not our clutch, but our flywheel. So let's get at it. Come on, let's go to the house. Man on a mission. Man with the plan. Man on a mission. Okay, dude, let's do it. We're at the VanLife, man. We got the seal in. We also got the seal in here. There's one inside there. The problem now is this clutch is way too used to put back in. And we can't find a clutch at this size. So I'm going to have to get online and start seeing if there's something I can find. The one they can find is 3 days away for like almost $500. So I'm going to check out a few different places. Update. I just went ahead and ordered a whole bunch of crap that I need, that will be needed. I need to take that gray panel off because in behind there is my gas tank. I did do a little bit more sanding and stuff where we have to fix the battery tray. I need to get this side done too. It's definitely been a puttering type of day. Cleaning things, moving around. And we still have Wayne. He's cleaning up my lights, rear lights for the tail lights on this thing. What am I missing here? Huh? Came down here and touched it and it fell out. There's a gas tank, and you know what? It looks pretty good. I have to drain it, so I'm still kind of shocked. I thought this thing would be full of rust, but we're gonna find out. I interrupt this important video to bring to you a beautiful specimen I just spotted. So this lovely shiny specimen showed up here. This is how geeky I am with these Volkswagens. These are not original. This is one of the cheapest repo Volkswagen things I have ever seen in my life, and in actuality, on this late of a model, it's supposed to be a small 7-inch. Net. See? Not bad. The mirrors aren't bad. Got the plug-in there. This is a real estate agent over on Gabriel Islands. I do not like these. Kind of like repo early split window ones. But yeah. There's supposed to be a flat disc on here. I think it'll look much better. Oh, I forgot to show you this. This is on backwards. The skinny end goes to the front, so it gives you the aerodynamics. Told you I was a geek. And it's missing the rear ones, which are more important because there's actually supposed to be a hole back there, and they're actually lit up electrically, where these are just reflectors. Yeah, this has got to be a 79, 78, 79, I'm guessing. I'm not going to open the doors, but they chose to reproduce a later Volkswagen interior. It's reproduced up to 1973. And my 74 takes over. It's different. It's actually a old passenger vehicle. And I say old passenger because I don't know if you can see up in the roof. Yeah, there you go. That's all cloth up there. which makes it a combi for a station wagon. So this used to have 3 rows of seats in it, and they chose to make it into a camper version. Very nice, very good job, and great for advertising. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is a day or two after. I had to take 2 days off to take care of myself. The first day was laundry day and a bunch of stuff like that where things were falling behind, and I needed to get my poop in a group. We found out we needed more parts for the motor, so we put them on order. We got laundry done, and we took off up to Courtney to pick up some spare parts for a later conversion for it. And yesterday we took care of my stuff. The drugs I was taking for my rheumatoid arthritis seem to have started to stop working, if that makes any sense. We went from a monthly injections to 2 injections 2 weeks apart. It was supposed to last me for 6 months. I had my last one near the end of January. It is now the beginning of March, and I'm stiffening all up and swelling all up, and I'm taking Tylenol and Advil and all those other great over-the-counter drugs to feel better about myself, to bring down the inflammation and the pain so I can keep pushing forward. Because if I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. That being said, we're going to go back out to work today. I have parts coming in today for the motor and the van. And I also have to tear apart the exhaust system to clean it up and prep it up so when it goes on, it's going to be, well, as quiet as a Volkswagen can be. So with that, that's a quick little update in between, what's going on, and we'll get back to work on that this afternoon. Or actually this morning, it's still early. So yeah, stick with us. Okay, you guys ready? Let's get outside. Oh, look who's outside. Hi, little boy. Get a suntan? Our package came in from Vancouver, and I checked with the boys in the shop, and there's a couple of muffler gaskets, and these are for the header gaskets. We have everything else inside there. I need to pull these apart, so basically there's 3 bolts to pull the muffler off. I want to clean these all up. They're not rusted through, but they sure look crappy, so I'm just going to make them pretty. The muffler looks in amazing shape. Hopefully we can get all this apart without too much hassle and get them cleaned up and treated and painted and ready for installing. While I was picking up the parts and talking to the bosses up there, Wayne's been very, very busy here. We got some new parts for him, so he's redoing all my connectors on my rear tire lots so we can put them all in. What kind of lights are we putting in there?
LED lights.
LED. Watch out when I hit the brakes, everybody. It might blind you.
Yeah.
Wow. These things ain't budging. That's where the exhaust attaches directly to the muffler, okay? And literally the header pipes are only a few, well, let's say a foot away from them. So they get pretty hot, they cool off. They get pretty hot, they cool off, and they rust. So they're not budging, so we're going to take this hit and we'll do exactly what you do to get nuts off. Get them hot. Did that sound right? There we go. So I snapped that one. And this one here is a bit rounded and I can't get the socket in there, so we're going to handle it in a different way. There we go. We're going to get a cutting wheel and we're going to cut it off. Two down. It literally cut off. 4 more to go. I hope they give us a little less headache. If not, whatever, we'll gut them all off and don't have to struggle to get the studs out or the rest of the nut out. So, what kind of sockets do you have on your wrenches? How many? Are they like these? Multi?
Yeah.
Ah!
Did it move?
Yep. Snapped it off. There we go. Better than grinding.
Yeah.
So these things are so rusted on, literally we're twisting the heads of the bolts off, so that's okay, we'll rescue it. So I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I get by. I was gonna say hi, but not with this guy. Anyways.
Do you want me to sing?
No, please.
Everybody will quit your channel.
There you go. Okay, we got them separated. This is the only thing that's showing now to get these studs out, and they're actually bolts that are stuck in there, all 3 of them on each side. So while they're lubricating, we're going to take this and find a sanding wheel and clean these up and then treat them for rust, and then we're going to probably make them look pretty by adding a little paint to them. I had to go pick up some. They're kind of heat because they're partially exhaust, but they're heater boxes. So, yeah, too much to explain. But yeah, we'll get those cleaned up and preserve them some more. Okay, here's the wheel. I'm gonna go sand. Okay. Well, it's looking good. I'm going to find a new wheel for this because this one's pretty much had the biscuit, and I know I bought 2, so that's called cleaning the heater boxes. Found the new wheel. Chilling in my new house. I so miss these things. I've had 3 pop tops like this. This will be my 4th. I've had a whole bunch of tin tops that don't have the pop top, but with similar interiors for camping in. I still have these fond memories of driving across Canada in 2007 in one of these when I first started collecting. I can hardly wait to start new ones. I love these things. Had to take a break. My knees were starting to kill me. Everything is killing me. I do have an appointment to see my rheumatologist tomorrow. I should get back to work. Ah. Well, I got them all to a point where I'm happy with them. We took the grinder to them. I picked up a little brush to get those points that I had problems getting to. And I just wiped them all down so we're ready to, well, not paint, but rust convert. So I'm going to spray this stuff on here, flip it over, and hopefully we don't run out. Let's get at it. I've never talked in life. I sat down and had a bit of a break, and I was, oh, you guys can't see that. There we go. There's Willie. Hi, Willie. We found him online doing a live, so popped in, saw him. It's so beautiful out right now. Not in the shades. Whoops, not in the shades so much, but definitely in the sun. I'm going to open up my box of parts and see what we can pull out of there. We picked up a alignment tool. It's going to go in here like that once I get the clutch on, but what I want to do is remove some of this surface rust that has accumulated from the van sitting for way too long. So let me get this done and we'll start putting the clutch in. That's the one we were supposed to visit.
Okay. I don't think it's going to make much difference on this.
Not now, no, it's on there, torque good. Okay.
Okay.
Another project done.
Yep.
Now what?
Pull this out.
Yes. Thank you for your torque wrench, Wayne. I'm going to sit down and have a couple swigs off this before I return this to them. The beautiful sunshine went behind a cloud, and holy crap, did the temperature ever drop quickly. My knees are starting to give out, so I could mount my intakes. Let me have my beer and think about it. Okay, this is for the carburetors. This is the intake, one barrel into two cylinders. I was told by the previous owner that I need to clean the carbs because the rust in the tank, and they definitely need to be set up. Well, when I pulled these off, I found them to be very loose, and when I just came back from cleaning it, this one was missing quite a portion of the elbow tube that goes onto it. So when you create air leaks with your carburation, there's too much air now getting in for your actually carburetors to operate properly. We're fixing that, and we have new gaskets that I'm going to bolt this on. That way I only have to have one hole plugged on either side, because as you can see on this side we have two holes. So we're going to get, so it's one hole, plug it up, get it nice and tight, and I'm going to call it a day after that. After all, it is shortly after 3 o'clock, so been a very productive day. Well, I'm done. I only got one on. I'll do the other one tomorrow. I'm feeling moisture hitting us, so I need to start cleaning up the mess here and closing everything up. And here comes Wayne. So with that, we're going to say bye, Wayne.
Bye, Wayne.
And I'll see you guys on the next video. If you're liking what you see, please come over and join the Dude and I on YouTube and check out more of my videos where you can subscribe, like, and comment.
Brent the VanLife man.